que eu tô, né? Ah, tá. Preciso chegar até o acampamento. Vai ter até a pedra dupla. Tá. Sobrecarregado. Ué, 26 quilos essa desgraça. De coisa inútil aqui também. Eu tô sem adaga.
Over here! He's here! Take that! Ah, my arm! Jesus!
Oh, yours!
Bad luck!
Broken wagon. I'll have to head up the hill here.
I'm all yours.
Esperando a me matar.
No match for us, fucker.
Bate. cara lá em cima. Esse aqui fazendo a ronda. Tem um maluco descendo ali. Dois aqui vai ser chato.
The broken wagon. I have to head up the hill here.
Hã? Cai!
Não, é inacreditável, né? Não apareceu o bagulho pra eu... matar o cara.
I have to head up the hill here.
Tipo aquele lá.
The rocks! Check among the rocks!
I should keep going south from here.
Nada. Quase. Aqui. Cheguei.
Vulcan! Catherine sent me. Things got a bit complicated.
Cara, que talento. Entendi. Agora ele já tá de armadura.
Carry straight on to Yuchin. The merchant road will take you right to Kuttenberg.
But you're not coming with us?
No. I have to go back to Razik and Hanush and tell them what's been planned and what happened to Lord Capen. Like, it's high time you got going. Watch out for yourselves. Especially you, Henry. I don't have to come back and look for your body again.
I'll do my best.
Look, if you find yourself stuck, look for Sir Odorin of Rabosh and give him this ring. He'll help you, even if he's not too happy about it.
Godspeed!
So, we finally got him. How does it feel? I said, how does it feel?
Do you really think you could get rid of me? No, dear boy. You and I still have a lot of work to do.
Henry? Are you hurt? You fell asleep. Are you all right?
Escudo. Escudo.
Is it much further?
We'll reach Sukdal shortly, if those woodcutters by the forest weren't making it up. They look pretty frightened.
Maybe they were just in awe of your beauty.
My, you've got a silver tongue, eh?
Not that I want to contradict, but I think there might be another reason. Sigismund is riding roughshod over the country, so the people are cautious. I can't blame them.
If it was only Sigismund. The devil is just as bad.
I thought we'd sorted all this out. He's no saint, not by any means, but he is an ally of the king, and my friend.
Who is?
The dry devil.
Lord Hinek of Kunstadt, Burgrave of Znojmo Castle, a great warrior, and at this moment a guest of the Lord of Sukdal.
Why do they call him the Dry Devil, anyway?
You can ask him yourself when you see him.
I don't know why he's dry. but I know exactly why they call him Devil.
Can you give it a rest? I don't need you insulting him before I get a word in.
Great. So I'm to keep my mouth shut, eh?
Say what you like, just don't go bugging the devil. At least for a while. That's all I'm asking.
What is this Sukdol place we're heading to?
The fortress of Lord Pisek, Mint Master to King Wenceslau himself.
My word! And will a man of his stature see us?
We'll find out soon enough. But I hope Dry Devil vouches for us.
And what's your plan after that? We have to save Sir Hans.
Don't worry, we'll get to that. If it's not too late.
Hopefully it won't be. He's a noble, so they'll ransom him.
I don't know. His uncle has a reputation for being a pinch purse. You know him, Henry?
I know him. And I think I know why they say what they do about him.
Oh, but that's all by the by anyway. I intend to wage war, not parley. And if I know Dry Devil, he's of the same mind.
Won't it be dangerous for Sir Hans?
It will, and for us too. But I'm sure Lord Capon is expecting that. He rode to Trotsky as a messenger to von Berghoff. I reckon he must have had some idea what might happen.
Long last.
What's this? The gate's wide open.
Watered, fed, saddled, first thing. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Greetings. What's your business here?
The blessing of our Lord Jesus Christ, sir. I expect you're Peter Pisek. I am Jan Žižka of Trocnov. I have an important message for your guest, Hinek of Kunstadt. Actually, for you two.
A message for the Dry Devil?
Well now, Captain Žižka. And young Henry.
Margrave Jobst.
Sir.
I'm afraid your friend Hinek is no longer here. But I'd love to know what brought you two together. But also, what the hell happened to you?
Well, sir...
Unfortunately, I'm otherwise occupied at the moment. Get some rest. You're clearly in dire need of it. We'll talk tomorrow. Sir Peter, please, take care of our guests.
Yes, sir.
Let's go!
He's all we needed.
You must be tired and hungry after your journey. Follow me.
You have a very fine fortress, my lord. I'm glad you...
Região nova.
You don't?
To be honest, I prefer to go back to Kuttenberg. Life in a fortress isn't ideal for a man with my experience.
And with your fortune.
That gets worryingly smaller every day, Lord Trotslow.
Hardly surprising if you're putting up the Margrave here.
Meu Deus, eu tô morrendo.
No, that's more down to
Perfectly, my lord.
My apologies, but we've already eaten, and I wasn't expecting more guests. I wouldn't want to give the impression that I'm feeding you with leftovers.
Not to worry, Sir Peter. The leftovers from the Margrave's table is still a banquet for us. For me, at least.
Excuse me.
I'm just a village girl.
I wouldn't have thought it, good wife.
Ah, you would, sir. But don't concern.
Vou comer uma coisa minha mesmo então.
Yourself. I don't mind it.
The last few weeks we've been sharing dry bread and stewed peas with a horde of dirty war.
Eat whatever takes your fancy, my friends. You look like you've had...
Ah, the journey wasn't so...
Where are you coming from?
From Trusky.
That's Sir Otto von Burgo's domain.
We were in a castle cellar, talking to...
My God, how did that...
Simple. I'm in the service of Lord Sokol of Lamberg, same as Dry Devil. And I had a job...
Absolutely.
Actually, it was pretty much. We even took a castle.
Well, more like a small stronghold.
And we nearly got von Berghoff, too.
And what prevented you from...
Markvart von Aulis.
I know that name.
Exactly. And they came with him.
But why would the Pragas send forces...
Ah, but they didn't, sir. They weren't sent to Trusky, but here. They just stopped off to visit von Berghoff because he was in a tight situation.
Here? To my fortress? Christ almighty.
Not just here, but everywhere where King Wenceslas...
And that's also one of the reasons why we're here. It seems Sigismund's run out of patience. He's going to break the truce and finish off. So he's convened all his followers in Kuttenberg with von Berghoff and von Orlitz in the lead.
We've got to secure the fortress quickly, stock up on supplies, reinforce the garden troop, but I'm grateful to you, friends. Wait here. I'll bring that red from Burgundy right away.
You might want to save some for Jobst.
I'll gladly risk his displeasure for this occasion.
It seems we both have the same...
Well... That is, where do you know him from?
I don't really know him as such. We merely know each other.
Yes, I've heard of you.
Yes, a bandit. It's no secret, sir. King Wenceslas even put a price on my... And Catherine here, she...
I'm sure that's of no interest to the noble gentleman. And anyway, if anyone knows Jobst well, it's Henry here. You two are quite unfriendly.
Aye, we know each other well.
Anyway, as I said, one of the reasons we came here is to warn you. Where is it?
Well, he was...
Was here?
Where did he go?
I couldn't say. He didn't part quite...
That's quite normal for him.
I had no issue with him. It's more about Margrave Jobst. When he met Hinnek...
Disturbed?
Well, let's say, after an exchange of opinion, I'm sure if you're interested in the details...
I'd be very surprised.
What was Dry Devil doing?
Waging war, if you can call it that. He ambushed 3 of Sigismund's supply caravans. It made me a little nervous. If anyone found out he... in the end, it was Jobst himself who sorted it out. He told Hynek...
Why is Jobst taking such risks?
To do what he's been doing all his life.
One could put... He's seeking allies amongst the undecided lords, and winning over to our side some of the ones who've sided...
He wants to make deals with turncoats?
Alas, that's the way it goes in politics. The majority lean toward... Just between us, I'm not too pleased myself about Jobst's...
What do you think about all of...
What kind of question is that? Do you doubt my loyalty to our king?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Henry here sometimes forgets to wait.
That's all right. To be frank, we all know that King Wenceslau isn't the great man, but that is the way of the world. History is full of kings. The blood running in their veins is more important than what's in their heads. In my opinion, kingship is above all a guarantee of divine peace. A sovereign's greatest...
But what if the sovereign is truly bad?
I'll put it this way.
Least of all bad kings. Isn't that
so?
The Margrave will certainly want to talk to you. But the earliest he'll be back, I hope until then, you won't refuse my offer.
Just an offer. So you...
Well, the Margrave did ask me to look...
Who's security?
Good question.
So be it.
Sir, there's still one more thing we came for. And we also have to warn Jobst's ally, John of Liechtenstein.
Sorry, I don't. I didn't even know von Burgau had come here until you told me.
Which is actually good news. If he'd been caught...
Thank you for the warm welcome.
It's the least I could do, lad. My fortress is open to all the king's supporters.
I suppose I ought to get...
I had some chambers prepared for... Cross that corridor and go up the stairs. You can't miss... But first, eat your fill. All of you. I told my servant Susanna to prepare baths for you. The baths are in the little house in the courtyard.
What happened at Nebakov?
You're asking me?
Of course. I know you... I only remember that diabolical...
That must have been really terrible. I'm afraid all I know is when they took... I'm sorry.
There was this healer...
A girl of your...
Maybe.
Wait. Maybe nobody would hang a young girl. Oh, sorry.
Don't apologize.
You have to live every day like it's going... That's all you can do.
Do you know if Michael...
I'm afraid I do know.
Did you know?
Not now.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I can't.
No, that... What do you think?
He's a real man, but I hope his age has... You should be ashamed of yourself asking about...
What do you plan to do?
What do you think? Have a proper meal and... You should go and have that bath.
Any order?
Now, I'm not sure.
How are you?
Tô aqui.
What'll it be?
What do you have for...
Let's talk about the
Aye.
Here.
Thank you. Thank you. And take care.
Too slow! Lord Pisek said...
Yes, sir. I prepared the hot water and fragrant oils.
I could get used to this.
If sir will allow, I'll help you undress.
You have a kind master, eh, Doggy?
Fechou. Agora eu vou fazer uma de... carisma. subir agora. Piso é limpo.
Be it done unto me according to thy word. Hail Mary. And the word was made flesh.
What is it?
And dwelt
Did you
among
drop
us.
something?
Hail Mary. Pray for us, O Holy Mother of God, that we may be made worthy of the promises of Christ. Pour forth, we beseech thee, O Lord, thy grace into our hearts, that we, to whom the incarnation of Christ, thy Son, was made known by the message of an angel, may God bless.
How are you?
All the better for being greeted so He's terribly jealous.
You wouldn't happen...
I did.
What?
A respectable woman does...
I beg your pardon, my lady. I'm asking because I've just...
If it's mercenary work, you'll have to...
I beg you... I'm asking...
If it's you'll... God be with you.
Esse aqui.
Careful.
Bom, tem tocha.
So you got your revenge. Father, did it make you feel any better?
Sim.
It did. So what comes next?
Mark von Aulitz is next. Then von Burghoff.
And is that what you really want, son? No matter how many people you kill, you can't change what's happened.
It's what I want.
Are you sure, Henry?
What's happening? Why are you waking me up? You again?
Yes, the Margrave is calling for you, sir. You and the other gent.
You mean Ziska?
I suppose. I don't know what his name is, but he's waiting down in the courtyard. I'm just on my way to tend to his wounds.
And what about Catherine?
That's the good wife who arrived with you? Well, I don't know. I think I saw her with our captain.
Ugh. Very well. I'll go now.
Before you go, have I been...
No. Do you need anything else?
No, sir.
So, why are you standing here?
You haven't dismissed me, sir.
I'm not a nobleman.
I do, since you're a guest.
I? That is... yes.
Thank you.
The Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Hail Mary, pray for us, Holy, Holy Mother of God, that we may be made worthy.
Só reza.
We are hiding here. My men train like that every day.
Admirable.
You're holding it like a pig holds a bone.
If Sigismund and his army happen to turn up,
like that.
Lo, the worth Henry of Skalitz. I'm just holding a discussion with the captain here.
That's not how I'd put in the end. As my grandfather said, the strength of a castle is measured by its garrison. What do you say?
You're holding it like a pig holds a bone.
I have to admit, the soldiers here look...
I get the feeling you'd run instead of facing them, though. Eh?
Leave him be, meine Dame. Nobody with...
Now look here, I was just being polite.
Ach ja?
Do you fancy us?
Come, Junge. We'll stuff your clothes with straw, so you don't come to any harm, and let you... Pullcock, come here! The first to bleed loses.
I'm just getting started. Enough! I give up!
He's...
Excellent, Henry.
Gut gemacht. You have my admiration. You really are good.
You should receive some kind of reward.
And what reward?
I was rearranging our saddlebags, and I remembered I took a small a hunting crossbow. I even think it's... I was meaning to sell it.
My word. I better go and find Zizka.
I saw Zizka next to the stables. There was some...
Do you want to come with us?
Not really. I have a feeling we'll have to leave.
Why?
A woman's...
They're going to cut down the old oak at
The Lord be with you. What brings you?
I beg, I'm out.
If it's... You'll have... God be with you. I apologize.
I apologize.
far and wide. That's just it. Some noble was resting under it. Not for shame, but because it was pissing down. All the more reason to leave it be. The weather had been stormy for a few days. One of the
How's it going? What of it?
Was soll ich sagen? Aber you all see.
What?
Ja,
What?
just oh, und das...
All right. I heard.
They are, but they could... Why?
What?
Dann passt
So that...
das... And yet... Wie endlich lief's?
Did Sigurd...
Oh, mein Herr will...
What happened?
They have that...
How do they...
Not diese...
How do I...
Das ist... Or you could...
Where...
They've up and you pa.
I need to...
You'd be... And that's...
I'd like to...
What?
I'm interested...
Fine.
I'd like to...
What do you...
I'd like to...
Thanks.
I'd like...
What?
I'd like...
Thanks.
Show. Tem fazer agora? Disco.
How can I help you?
Bad luck.
It's strange.
How are things? What do you think? Just wait until you...
Nah, don't say that.
Well, enough chat. I see.
That's why I'm here. I wanted to take Catherine along too.
But she's doing the right thing, and you better run ahead.
But you expect...
I always expect trouble. Jobst, and the way things are these days, I'd rather...
What about that?
No, nobody asked him. I'm not surprised. He might.
Should I really go and see Jobst?
So what? You already know him better than I do. You met him in Ratai. I only know...
All right, but he sent for a...
A bit odd, I suppose. But you must understand, I'm doing this for our benefit.
All right then, I'll be going.
Acho que pode ser armadilha pra me mandar sozinho pro daqui.
Greetings.
What goes on?
There are poachers prowling.
What happened?
It's a peep.
I must...
It's a peep.
Do you know...
They're from what I regard.
That na...
But having his on body mo...
All right.
Excellent. Every member...
Where should I look?
If you don't...
Thanks for the...
It was good to see you, my friend.
Tarefa do fora. São de banquetes. Não sei se aqui é.
Henry. Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report that von Bergov's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with von Bergov at Trotsky?
Agora o bagulho vai ficar louco.
Bergov had no interest in our... By the time we finally arrived at Trotsky, he'd already... But of course, he didn't tell Sir Hans and me anything. And on top of that, everything went to hell in the end, and we ended up in a dungeon. Or at least I... In fact, that's why we're here.
So I've heard. But I'd be interested to know the details. It's been some time since our meeting in Ratai, and now you...
Well, it wasn't the best circumstances to meet Zizka in. We crossed swords. I can only thank...
And who was giving...
I have no idea, sir.
That's a pity. I would be very keen to know.
Forgive me, my lord, but how is it possible? Aren't you all on the same side?
Bear in mind that my dear cousin, His Majesty, and each of them has their own...
I understand.
On the contrary, if I could get them all together in one banquet hall. Let's move on. I heard something about a pillory and poaching. What in God's name did you and Sir...
Things went wrong right from the beginning. Lord Capon and I were lucky to get out of it alive.
Von Berghoff refused to aid a nobleman in need.
Well, to be honest, we were ambushed while bathing in a pond. And then we fled through the woods.
Ah, that must have been a peculiar...
Not only for him, sir. I may be just a bastard, but that doesn't mean I'm used to...
Believe me, I didn't intend in the least... In any case, are you sure there's nothing else you want?
Well, you should probably know that Ist van Top...
Who's he?
One of Sigismund's cronies. He was...
Ah, yes. Hanush and Radzig mentioned some such person.
They had to. They gave him their word.
Yes. Well, it's actually quite hard.
Well, no one let him go this time. He's dead.
Very good. From what I've heard, he was a bandit and a cutthroat. There should be no dealings with it. And do you want to tell me anything else?
That's all that happened, sir.
Truly. My court messenger and bearer of tidings, both good and bad, John of Liechtenstein. By the way, you said you were in von Berghoff's. Tell me.
Well, they asked questions, yes. But I was...
How did you prepare?
Well, I mainly told them things I was pretty... Like that Radzig is a supporter of Wenceslas. Well, I don't think he expected anything more from a simple servant of Lord Capon.
That's true. I must say, Henry, you've pleasantly surprised me. Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad if, as soon as it's possible, you can join a legation heading for Rattay. I'm sure you...
Sir, that's a generous offer.
If you wish to stay and help here, I'll be glad, of course. I need someone to escort my aunt.
It's Lord Capon, Your Grace. I came to
a noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon.
But I made a promise.
I understand, but honestly, Lord Capon is now... The most sensible course now is to wait for the...
Margrave.
Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Yeah, the Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hinnek, also known as the Dried Devil, isn't here?
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinnek came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. What would I expect? Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother!
It would be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics. Let me just explain that that was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country and of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road. No offense intended. I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa. Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not?
With pleasure.
And you, Henry?
Me? Well, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences. Grave consequences. I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
I get the feeling Jobst didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information. Catherine, I've got a job for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go.
Bin esse,